Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, man, we are going to be talking about the downward spiral that World War Heroes is currently going to, or already is in. World War Heroes right now is in a pretty weird position. Pretty much with the weapon balancing and the power scaling of weapons, right now it's pretty much at its worst, and it's only going to get worse with the next update. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at the latest weapons that were added, we have the PPK, which is pretty much the strongest weapon in the entire assault rifles class. You could put up a pretty good debate about it, but no, this thing is just way too overpowered, man. If you do compare the stats to the second last assault rifle added, it's still better. As you can see right there, you can see the stats. If we take a look at the rifles category, we have the Stenderberg, which still outclasses all the other weapons that came before it. It's not even a joke. If we take a look at the machine guns category, we do have the Chow Chow, which isn't necessarily better than the others in terms of usability, but stats wise, it definitely is better. But once again, if we take a look at the shotguns tab, the Goliath 6. This might just have to be the best gun in the game, man. This thing just kills way too fast, and we've never seen a weapon like this. It's just crazy to me, bro. In the special tab, nah, we don't care, man. In the pistols tab, we have the Walter White Haze, which once again is better than all the ones that come before it. And you can kind of see this trend of like adding weapons that are just better than the previous strongest ones that were already there. And pretty much at this rate, man, it's just gonna keep getting worse. There's so many weapons in the game currently, and only a few of them are competitively usable. And the number is only gonna be decreasing as more strong weapons are added. And so I would like to actually offer some different ways that they can actually fix this. My first solution is to buff the older weapons. Now, if you're going to be adding stronger weapons every single update, it would only make sense to keep the older weapons up to standard as well. Maybe start with, okay, not the M3 because it's the beginning weapon, but something like the Type 100, the Thompson, or just starting off with the lesser powerful weapons. This would keep a balance because while they introduce a new one, another is getting better, keeping the power scaling not that close, but definitely still improving the gap. Because the stronger weapons are less easy to obtain, they're pretty much always going to be costing money, and you have to wait like a year, really, until they cost gold. But anyways, moving on to the second option that I do have, it's restat all the weapons. Honestly, man. Because currently with the power scaling of the game, it's really just going to get worse. And I think for a player that's in this for the long term, it won't really be a problem. But imagine you're a new player to World War Heroes, man. You don't have 15,000 gold or anything like that to buy a strong weapon to compete. You're pretty much stuck with credit weapons and cheaper weapons which don't even do anything in this game really. And so with this solution, if they just change the stats of all the weapons and like focus this game to be more of like a Call of Duty in the sense of like stats and all that, in COD all the weapons are good, you can use all of them and pretty much still get kills except for the rocket launchers and all that. But you can see that it's not necessarily about the strongest weapon, but it's mostly about which weapon suits you. And in World War Heroes, sure, there is a little bit of that, but it just isn't strong enough. As much as you might like the Thompson weapons, you really can't use them in a competitive match. You can't really use them at all, otherwise you're just going to be dying. And so if they do decide to balance all the weapons and level them to a even playing field, you can pretty much go to your older weapons and play with them. Now, of course, with such a drastic change, it'll mean that players no longer really have to buy any of the new weapons because they don't necessarily bring anything that strong. But a way they can actually do this is by selling on weapon camos. Just like COD Mobile does it. Now, I'm not saying they should copy COD Mobile exactly and all that, but it's still just a better system than what is currently going on right now. Because the constant adding of a newer or stronger weapon, and then it's like, oh well. Imagine you bought the Mass 40 when it came out and you're like, oh, this is the best weapon in the game right now. Only to find out that they're gonna be adding the stand-up back next. It's like, what was the point of even wasting your money, man? Now I know money and time is different for everyone, so it might not be that bad of an investment, but just in general, the way the game is handling this is pretty bad, man. But anyways, that is the end of the video. Let me know down in the comments if there are any alternative points that you'd like to add, or if you just like to talk about a specific topic. Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!